we never got to see Eddie Murphy develop into like a great stand-up comedian.
Right.
We didn't see
Raw,
because we only have two.
Yo,
two
listen
specials.
what I'm saying.
We only have two.
Yo, let me tell you, we have not had the opportunity to watch Eddie Murphy grow into a great stand-up comedian. Eddie Murphy.
I'm holding court, you standing trial. Why ain't I see you around back when I was down?
Sunset versus Raw.
This is so unfair. No, but this is what's unfair.
Yeah.
When your top five versus.
I know.
Everything has a reason why they were that. Raw was just, somebody was like, actually Eddie Murphy or Dave Chappelle. I was like, it's a tough question because we never got to see Eddie Murphy develop into like a great stand-up comedian.
Right.
We didn't see
Raw,
because we only have two.
Yo,
two
listen
specials.
what I'm saying.
We only have two.
Yo, let me tell you, we have not had the opportunity to watch Eddie Murphy grow into a great stand-up comedian. Eddie Murphy, in the moment, was a mega rock star superstar. At the time of Raw, Eddie Murphy, and that was coming off of everything he did on SNL or whatever, Eddie Murphy could have went up on stage, did a knock-knock joke, and they would have fell out. We didn't get a chance to see Eddie Murphy evolve. We didn't get a chance to see Eddie Murphy talk about his family. We didn't get Eddie Murphy talk about his kids. We saw Eddie Murphy as a rock star. Yeah. And a rock star can go up there and do whatever the fuck they want. If you think about it, he was a fantastic fantastic performer more than anything. If you go back and look at Raw and Delirious, like 30 years later, and you've seen other comedians talk about certain things, you was like, that was funny, but you know, what made it so funny?
Yeah.
What made it so funny? Because he was a fucking superstar.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know, one fact that people don't know about Sunset with Richard Pryor is that he bombed
the first night.
Yeah. So the one that we saw was where he got it right.
Yeah.
The night before, he was like, "Okay, this shit ain't working out."
And this is another thing this is when I talk about being as truthful as you can. And this is like addressing an elephant in a room. And on Sunset, he waited to the end, and everybody was watching him like, nigga, when you gonna talk about burning yourself up? You was waiting for it, right?
And that was classic.
And then I guarantee you, the one joke that you remember from that was like, yeah, I know what y'all saying.
Yeah.
And he
y'all
said,
motherfuckers talking about y'all love me.
Yeah, he said, y'all had some good ones too.
Yeah.
But this was my favorite. What is this?
Yeah.
Eddie
This
Murphy
match.
jumping down the street. But it's hard to compare them because they have two different times, and there's two different styles of comedy. You know,
I've never heard that. I've never heard that take on Eddie Murphy though.
What?
That he never got a chance to develop. That's
no,
interesting.
not never. We never saw it.
Yes,
You know what I'm
I get
saying?
what you mean.
And it's the truth. You can say Delirious and you can say Raw.
What do you think about him coming back? Because I see that he's entertaining coming back. You think it would happen, for one? Do you think it really would happen?
This is of my opinion. What would make it, what would be dope, just Eddie Murphy coming back with jokes to me wouldn't be enough. I think what would make it just incredible is basically how transparent he wants to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about his life. It's gonna be that, you know, I don't think he could come back and, you know, the laugh is gone.
Right.
You know, the laugh
I noticed
is gone.
that. Yeah.
But like, if you, my opinion that he would have to show, doesn't have to, but Eddie Murphy showing a side that nobody ever knew about would be crazy.
When I watched his special that he just did, right?
The documentary?
The documentary. Before, I questioned if it would be a good thing for him to come back, if he could translate to now, right? But then watching the special and just watching him just effortlessly be him, I said he could do that shit.
Yeah, but
he could
you know,
do
but he could do it, but you got to look at the gap in time since last time we saw him do stand up.
Yeah.
You know, people going to be out there hating. They're going to be like, this is the first thing going to say is, well, he ain't Eddie Murphy. Yo, he's got grandkids now.
Nah, but I think
it's
he'll
a whole
kill it.
Wee,
I think he'll kill it. Because when I saw him just be himself, that was raw Eddie on the special. And I said, if he brings that energy, he could do it.
Yeah, he could do it, and we would love to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But damn, I know it's kind of tough for him because with that, and you trying to get a set together, you got to deal with, be able to deal with things not working, things not being as fun as you thought they were, and then reaching that level of success. Like Eddie Murphy is the GOAT, man. Yeah. Eddie Murphy, there's nobody now. Now, these comparisons you can make, like Dave Chappelle is a comedian, stand-up star.
Yeah.
Nowhere near what Eddie is as a movie star. You know, and...
What do you mean?
Dave is a comedy star.
Yeah.
A stand-up star.
Got you.
Eddie Murphy is a global movie star.
Yeah, you're correct.
And part of that is, but they both had different paths.
Yeah.
Part of that, and I know Dave probably passed on so many movie roles or whatever, but we don't know Dave. We know Dave from the sketch show, but we don't know him as a box office big movie star.
Right. You're right.
If you look at what Eddie did, goddamn, nobody comes close to what Eddie Murphy done in regard to, like, I mean, we talking about 20, 30 years ago, making a couple billion for the industry. Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, real shit.
And both of them, now here's the thing, would kill it. Seeing Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle working on some type of film project would be...
That'd be crazy.
That would be sick.
You know what? It would be dope if we brought some... Do you think that comedians could coexist and do something like a Harlem Nights where you have these generational things? Could that happen now?
The only way it could happen, you have to have you have to have like the Eddie Murphy energy of a person that could pick up the phone and bring everybody together. And in my opinion, the only person that could make that phone call and make it happen is Dave Chappelle.
If you want to see more of this content, download the OG Network on Roku, Google Play, Fire TV, Apple TV, and the App Store. Also, go to theognetwork.net and register your email and be on the lookout for the new OG Network merch coming. Go register your email now. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Salute.